It's Megan from What's Your Strength, and we are going to talk today about something that is sort of a hybrid or halfway in between a one-legged deadlift or a dipping bird and a proper normal two-legged deadlift. It's almost like a no-cheat way to get at that hip hinge feel. So if you like to have something to support your balance, have your inside leg closer to your balance support. That'll leave your hand free to get it. As with any deadlift, we want to conventional, we want to make sure that the shin is not going to budge. We're going to have our tiptoe behind, and the move is a hip hinge. So it's imagining pulling your hips back, using the hips to stay forward. By taking the toe off the ground once in a while, we can check that the weight is really staying on that one leg. What I see a lot of people do is they're like, oh, I have 2 feet down. It's a split squat. And then this whole knee flexion thing comes in. But no, we just want to do only the hip hinge, and that toe really is there to keep you honest as far as staying square with the hips. This does tend to really give us a bit more glute medius. So if that is not coming together and you're like, I don't get the feel of this at all, no problem. Again, if you need balance, you're on your inside leg, hinge the hips back, hinge the hips forward. And if your shin wants to move, you can always put like a footstool or something in front of it to make sure that, okay, I'm not going to move that knee into it. If that's going nicely, then we can start to weight it. Usually the weight is going to be in your opposite hand. So, and here, just making sure, as always, that your shoulder joint is solid and you're not letting it pop out. You could even combine the two together, actually, if you want to get super fancy. Oh, can I do this with one hand? Probably not a good idea. So this is the old 3 points of contact on the dowel routine, right? Inside arm is facing out. Once again, we can sort of go, is all my weight on that front foot? Yep, it is, no probs. Back here, is it still on the front foot? Tricky, but yep, it is. And my spine is staying neutral throughout. If ever the whole hip hinge feel is just not coming together, regress it slightly to a two-legged hinge. And for this, something at the wall is really handy. You back with your, start with both heels touching the wall, and your whole body is hopefully touching the wall too. Typically a good amount to start with is get your heel at the base of the metatarsal, sort of that little bumpy bit where your big toe is, and then bring your other foot out to match it, bring your body out so now nothing is touching the wall. Again, shins are not going to budge. Bring your hips back, touch the wall, and there you go. And that is also a nice one to bring in the 3 points of contact with. All right, try it out. Let me know what you think. It's an in-betweener that actually can be quite fruitful as far as getting the feel of, oh, that's a hip hinge with my hips staying square and glute med doing its work. Take care. Keep in touch.